Hi there, I'm Cristina Gazzo, and today we are going to talk about the interview question, what are your weaknesses? If you have an interview soon, make sure you prepare yourself as they will ask you this question. In this video, I will show you how to respond to this question, and I will share with you the things you need to do to prepare an answer for this question. Stay till the end of this video to find out six positive examples of weaknesses. So, let's get started. Before we dive in, be aware that this question comes in different ways. They could potentially ask you, tell me about your greatest failing, or what would your line manager or colleagues would say is your greatest or is your biggest weakness. Tell me a bad thing about you. What would you change about yourself? Tell me about your areas of improvement. They are in different way, but they mean the same thing. So, what does the word weakness mean? Weakness means the state or condition of being weak. Weak means lacking of force of character to hold to your own decision, beliefs, or principle, or liable to break or give away under pressure. A person that can be easily damaged or that performs badly. Why is the company asking this question? The company will ask this question because they want to see if you are honest and self-aware. The recruiter wants to understand if you are aware of your weaknesses and if you have a plan in place to deal with it. Your response will help the company or that recruiter to know you a little bit more, and they will be able to see if they can and how they can manage you. Also, the recruiter is testing your communication skill on an area that you might not be that comfortable to speak about, because you are going to speak about something that you are not good at. 6 things to avoid when you answer this question. What is your weaknesses? Remember that you need to be diplomatic when you reply to this question. Step 1. Don't be too honest, as this can stop you from getting the dream job. However, be sincere and comfortable with that weaknesses. Lean more on example than a pure narrative. For example, don't ever say in an interview that you are not good to work with people, or you don't like people, or you are not good with projects, you are always late, or you are not able to manage multiple tasks. Step 2. Don't be dishonest and lie. A good recruiter will be able to spot that lie. Step 3. Don't say that no one asked you this question before. This reply will show the recruiter that you are not self-aware of your lack of skills, or skills that need improvement, or that you never took into consideration constructive feedback. Step 4. Don't say, I never thought at that, as this clearly indicates that you are not aspiring to improve your weaknesses or develop your skills or lack of skills in any way. Step 5. Don't try to pretend that you are perfect and that you don't have any weaknesses. We all know that this approach will never work and actually will stop you from getting the job. Step 6. Don't try to play smart either and say a weakness that sounds like a strength. This approach is used most of the time by the candidates, but will always come back to them. Brilliant formulas and 6 tips on how to answer the question, what are your weaknesses? 1. Always refer to your skills and not your personality. Skills is the ability to use your knowledge effectively and readily in execution or in your performance. So try to find and speak about the past one and how you improved, how you corrected, how you overcome or fix it. Choose a weakness that you work on it. Tell the recruiter how you work on it and what are your results so far. For example, you can say that one of your weaknesses is fear of speaking in public. You can start by giving an example of how bad you were first time speaking in front of an audience. But after that, you decided to improve and master that skills. Since then, you read a few books, you can even name the books, and you watched some YouTube videos. You can say that you actually challenge yourself to put yourself in front of even a small audience, just to improve the skills. Because by confronting the situation, then you can actually improve and you can master that skill. Step 2. Stick to 1-2 weaknesses that are unique and that are representing you. Don't start to enumerate a list of weaknesses, as an employer is interested in hearing a few and not a list. 3. Show your employer the steps you are taking to deal with that weakness, and mention that you are open to being coached and you are open to learn more. Give them concrete examples on what are your weaknesses, what have you learned from them, how you tackled them, and your results so far. Use this technique. Speak about the context, the action you took so far, the results, and what you have learned from it. 4. A safe answer can be a senior skill that you can refer to. For example, if you never work in a specific system, you can refer to the fact that you never used the system before, but you previously have been working in 4 or 5 different systems, and in the end they are all the same. They have the same structure but different interface. So tell them that you are very keen on working with that system, as is one of the best on the market, and that you are ready to learn and master it. 5. Describe the context and tell the recruiter that your weakness is not consistently but occurs in some situations. Use phrases like, for example, there was a time when, or instead, now I am working on. 6. Try to stay positive in your answer. Pay attention to your own voice, as this can actually show to the employer if you are talking about your own weakness or maybe you are just faking it. 6 examples on weaknesses that you can use in your response. Public speaking. You can mention a time when you spoke in public first time or your speech was not that great. Another example can be not being able to deliver your message because of your feelings, your emotions, maybe the lack of preparation, audience, or even speakers before you. Presentation skills, a time when you felt that you needed to improve your skills in delivering effective and engaging presentation to a variety of audiences. You can refer to the structure of your presentation, maybe the design of the slides, the tone of your voice, and the body language you convey. The last version of the software. This weakness is quite straightforward, and we actually talked a little bit earlier about it. Procrastinate, a situation when you delay or postpone action. For example, a time when you kept on postponing it until right before the deadline, despite the fact that you intended to work on it earlier. Fear of failure. Refer to a time when you didn't believe that you had the skills and knowledge to achieve a target because of your lack of confidence. Tell the recruiter how you overcome this weakness, and tell them how did you start and plan and execute small projects so that you manage to build your confidence and overcome your fear of failure. Strategic thinking. You can mention the skills that could enable you to use critical thinking to solve complex problems and plan. These skills are essential to accomplish business objectives, overcome obstacles, and address challenges. You can refer to projects that can take weeks, months, or even years to achieve, and the way you improve organizing yourself. Although I have given you some example of how to respond to this question, you need to know that You are unique. You are unique, my friend. So tell your story. No scenario will help you if it's not reflecting or mirroring your real weaknesses. Please let me know in the below comments what is your weakness. And press the subscribe button if you didn't do it yet. And I'll see you all next time. As always, Christina.